just want to take this opportunity to remind everyone, please silence your cell phones or anything that will make any noise. That way everyone can hear all of the updates, including you, Ricky, down there, your phone. So for those residents that are newer to this process, this is our quarterly forum updates. We are giving you updates on quarter two. So if you see Q1, Q2, Q3 in the business operating world that we all are in, and many of you used to be in, that is for the quarter. So it is an OIR expectation, and it is just really a comprehensive update from all of leadership on accomplishments, focuses, any type of protocols or policies, and then anything potentially coming down the pipelines. So of course we always communicate all of that in Tuesday Talk, but this is the quarterly update from, as you can see, all directors. So this will give you an opportunity at the end. We can answer any questions, but this is more of an informational opportunity for all of you to know everything that we have been working on and focused on resident facing. Now there's some aspects of our role that is not so much, that we would not be reporting to you because it would probably just bore you. But many of probably mine and Sherry's in particular. So we'll go ahead and get started. So again, please do silent cell phones. We do have coffee and donut holes at your request. So please make sure you grab those on your way out. So we will go ahead and get started. The first slide. Thank you. So I'll go ahead and kick it off. So this is typically operational updates, policies, programs, and any items that are, again, resident facing. I'm not going to bore you with our budget timelines and business plans and all the other things we work on, but we'll go over some of the items. Kyle, our healthcare administrator, actually is doing a survey right now with some state visitors, so I will be reviewing the updates from healthcare as well. So just a couple policy updates. We had a wheelchair passenger policy update that doesn't necessarily pertain to a lot of residents in here. We've discussed that, and Betsy's working on that. We had some employee PTO policy updates. We did, of course, execute the design for the north and south dining rooms to begin shortly. We have refurbished the north elevators, continue to have some ongoing issues after significant damage from the thunder and lightning, but continuing to work towards that. Completed our breezeway power washing project, purchased additional equipment and environmental service for power washing. Purchased a new couch for that south dining room. That was, of course, temporary as we continue designing that dining room in the future. LCS was named the top workplace in the USA 6 years in a row now. We have had multiple rounds of continuing to clean and remove items all throughout the community, not just in our town hall. We have been spring cleaning for about 3 years now. Lots of storages, lots of open units, lots of areas that we're finding items. We did, of course, do a full assessment and got the yard and construction tape throughout the grounds post the work from Blue Team. We implemented our vinyls project. We, of course, implemented our EFIS banding project. A lot of this is with Blue Team. We did, of course, have Betsy as our Director of Administrative Service, and she was transitioned to Resident Service Director. So we always like to communicate changes in directors and leadership. We celebrated Nurses Week for our independent living, skilled nursing, and assisted living nurses, as well as our resident nurses as well. Completed multiple Janus visits. If you know, Janus is a part of Health Peak. They've been here about 6 times. So implemented and initiated many of those. We did recruit and hire our new medication nurse in IHS. We are enjoying having her here, and she's been a wonderful asset to our community and our program. We finally completed that 3rd floor flat roof. We, of course, recruited and hired for Director of Administrative Services, Jennifer. I did attend an LCS Senior Leadership Conference in Des Moines in May. We did complete elevator inspections and testing post a lot of the projects that we had going. We did have some brunch extensions and some changes in our dining program, but I know Ricky will go more into that. We worked together to increase staffing for extension of transportation hours. We completed our landscaping restoration projects. We purchased some items for the spa. We initiated our windows project that is still ongoing due to the rain. I completed our emergency preparedness presentation. I attended a Leading Age conference in July here in Orlando, and then we completed a Janus JP Morgan analyst visit last month as well. So those are the highlights of all the things we have done, mostly the things that won't bore you too much. So without that, I'll hand it to Sherry to give you an update of our financial status.
Good morning. My name is Sherry Schweitzer. I'm the Director of Financial Services. Welcome. My report today is our year-to-date financial report as of June 30th. We're just now completing our July month end. So again, these are year-to-date numbers through June. So our occupancy ended in June, independent living at 96.7% on a budget of 96. Assisted living is at 98.8 on a budget of 97.1. And skilled nursing is 92.5 on a budget of 93.5. So overall, the entire campus occupancy percentage is 96.3% of the budget. So our entrance fee sales are ahead of budget as well. We have 32 on a budget of 30. Refunds are under budget, which is okay because that's less cash flow going out. And refunds are due to move-outs, contract types that have a partial or 50% refund. So you add your sales income in and deduct what you had to pay out for move-outs. That is net attrition, so we net the two together, and that is our cash flow. So our cash flow is ahead of budget. Cash flow is $6.4 million on a budget of 5.9. So, and because we're under in our refunds, that correlates to having extra cash flow. Looking at our revenue for all of our service lines, you can see we have a little bit of a variance in independent living. All the rest of our services are ahead of budget. Total revenue is ahead of budget by $133K. And the reason for independent living revenue is actually due to a budgeted item of how we budget our first person and second person folks that pay a entrance fee. And sadly, we've lost quite a few second persons year to date. And so that impacts the budget. But when you add everything together, we have extra sales, that's gonna help offset that second person miss. So we are still ahead of budget year to date. Expenses, our wages are under budget by $255,000, mainly due to open positions. Our total controllable expenses are what I work with every week and monthly with our department directors of what their budget is for what they're allowed to spend month over month. And as you can see, everyone is doing a really good job with their expense control. We're under budget by $336,000. A few slight variances, plant 2,100, they'll get those savings back. Resident services is over because we go shopping or do personal things for residents, and we actually bill the residents. So that $5,000 actually I earned back, so they're not over budget technically. Skilled nursing, while they're over by $55,000 in expense, recall that they are ahead of budget in revenue. So their expenses are gonna be more, but they offset it to our bottom line. So it's a good correlation. Be over budget in revenue, your expenses will go over budget, especially in skilled nursing, since it's patient driven. So the net is positive. Year to date, we call these non-controllables. Our utilities are under by 39,000. Management fees are over. Management fees are paid out based on revenue. We are ahead of budget on revenue, so they are a little bit more. Professional fees are under, insurance and taxes. Year to date are under, but my experience is later in the year as we pay insurance renewals and property taxes. They're usually on target for budget, so we'll probably be spending that later in the year. So total expenses are under by $500,000 across the campus for all expenses. So the bottom line, you can see our revenue is ahead by 86,000, expenses are under by 22, and we had a net operating income actual 815,000 on a budget of 706. So we're ahead on our NOI. So you can see those variances helped our bottom line, more revenue, still kept our expenses in control, and we added an extra 2.9% to the bottom line. So we continue to manage our expenses weekly with labor and budget meetings, working on filling positions and decreasing turnover. And we're also looking at our IHS business growth. That's our marketing plan that we're working on to increase revenue. And so I do report monthly to my finance committee, so if you want to sit in on any of those meetings, you're welcome to sit in and maybe be a member. This presentation will be posted in the library, and please reach out to me if you have any questions. Thank you. I'm going to introduce Jennifer Hall, our new Director of Administrative Services.
Hi everyone, thank you. This is my first forum, so I don't have 3 months, but I do have a month of craziness to talk about a little bit. So I continue to collaborate with Lindsay to address resident concerns and any issues that we have to make sure that we resolve them in a timely and effective manner. I've been preparing the Tuesday talk and made my first error, so I appreciate your patience with that. And I know that I'm not getting them out on Tuesday evening, but I am trying for Wednesday, so thank you for your patience with that. I've continued to renew a lot of the community licensures that we have for regulatory compliance. Continue to meeting with residents and family members for introductory purposes, and then also to try to understand your needs and your concerns and how we can help you in administration. I've conducted audits on the resident storage lockers for organizational and safety. I've presented the HIPAA compliance to new residents at the orientation that we have, so our new employees understand the confidentiality protocols that we have in place. I'm providing in-service training for the front desk and for security to, I'm sorry, I had a brain block there, to go over the departmental policies and then the emergency protocols that we have in place, so everyone is responding in the same manner. And then I continue to work closely with Betsy, who I'm very appreciative for. She's made the transition into my new role very easy and smooth, so I am very appreciative to her. And then everybody up on this table has helped significantly. And it's been a pleasure working with everyone, and I look forward to getting to know each of you better.
Good morning, my name is Dawn Evans, I'm the HR Director. We continue our strategic social media engagement on LinkedIn to strengthen our brand recognition and to promote Regency Oaks as an employer of choice. As part of the LCS initiative to expand social media presence, LinkedIn followers, we've increased by 221% year to date. So getting out there, having people see us, helps us draw in the appropriate candidates for our jobs. We maintain strong employer brand ratings with both Indeed and Glassdoor at 4 and 4.3 respectively. That's well above the LCS and the Glassdoor and Indeed averages. Expanded the community outreach efforts to increase brand awareness and develop candidate pipelines. So we always try to reach out to different schools. The Ultimate Medical Academy, Elite Academy, CSU is a new CNA Academy that's coming, but we also like to partner with the community. So we partnered with the Humane Society, and all of you made contributions as well. That was an employee and a resident event, and we were very successful. They were so appreciative, so thank you for participating. We continued active partnerships with Palm Harbor University and Pinellas Technical College to support the clinical rotations in the health center. We maintained the new hire onboarding and retention process. Our recruiter, Janie, does 30-day check-ins to make sure everyone is acclimating well to our community. And managers are also doing their 90-day evaluations. It's important to build that trust and support in the beginning of the new hire process so that we can build retention. We had 2 workers' comp injuries that involved work restrictions, and we had 3 non-reportables. Every time that there's a workers' comp injury, we review, investigate, and we also put in educational measures to prevent future employee workers' comp issues. We conducted the quarterly all-staff, providing community updates, employee recognition, and community events. We completed the annual professional licensure for CNAs and for nurses throughout the community. We participated in the implementation and standardization of One Relias. So Relias now is uniform through all the LCS communities. It's a great undertaking, and it's really good for consistency so that you can expect all of the same training at any community you're in. We achieved the gold status for Extraordinary Impression Scorecard Certification Program through LCS. And of course, our Culture Committee hosted several events, sponsored the employee engagement activities, including the Jeans Day benefiting Alzheimer's, Earth Day celebration, mental health awareness, employee appreciation lunches. We helped to celebrate the Nurse and CNA Week, and we had our monthly fun cards. Finally, I did partner with the Scholarship Committee. Thank you so much for your contributions to the Scholarship Committee. The employees were so grateful, and we do appreciate everything you do. Have a great day. Thanks.
Good morning. My name is Darwin Perez, Plan Operations Director. Here's some of the updates we completed for last quarter. Work orders completed for the quarter, 1,815. We did replace the contactor board for the exterior lights in the north. We'll be completing the cleaning of the windows. Hopefully, I think tomorrow he told me it will be done. North Arwin elevator, replaced communication board that went down through the storm we had. South elevator, this is the second motor we are replacing, should be back up today. Completed the health department inspections for the pool and spa. Completed the gutter cleaning throughout the breezeway. Completed 8 HVAC replacements in residence apartments. Completed 10 UTO renovations for new residents to move in. Completed the replacement of the Meraki boards that went out through the storm. Completed the replacement transmitter antenna that supplies the marketing building with internet and phone services. Replacement of the control board on the trash compactor in the back. Completed the replacement fan control on the north cooling towers. Completed the replacements on the circuit board on the north fire panel. Completed the fire pump tamper switch replacement that got hit by lightning too a couple of weeks ago. Completed the fire pump, that's the same, I'm sorry. Replaced the auto feeder on the spa. Completed the north and south event spending. Completed the repairs on the fire pit. And we did the replacements on the training room. Also, I just want to bring whoever orders supplies, hurricane supplies through us. We'll be on Thursday on the North Lobby from 11 to 12. If you did order them, please come back and get them. Mary will be there supplying those for you. And on Friday on the South Bill, the same time, 11 to 12:30. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Amy Bodway. I am the Environmental Services Director here. A few updates for you all. I continue to educate new employees bi-weekly in new hire orientation on chemical hazards and safe handling procedures. We hired a new floor tech. His name is Julian. He's in the health center and over in independent living. And we also hired a full-time housekeeper in independent living. Her name is Adriana. Marina, she was recognized as Employee of the Month. We started the process of purchasing the new mattresses in the guest suites. I've replaced the Saratoga suite already. So we have the South building on schedule to get the Cambridge replaced as well. We completed a deep clean of the pub floors in the dining room as well as the kitchen. We completed shampooing of the salon carpet. The salon vinyl was deep cleaned and scrubbed as well. Pool locker room, vinyl, and the pool deck have also been deep cleaned. The Saratoga suite had new blackout curtains installed as requested in there. We have ordered our new pool towels. They've been placed into rotation. I also ordered some new towels for the fitness center as well. And then the fitness center and the physical therapy gym in independent living were shampooed.
Good morning, my name is Shante, I'm the IHS Director. We had a fun and eventful Q2, so thank you for everybody that participated in the Mother's Day and Father's Day event tables that we did. Some of the flyers and event tables that we did do is the recovery support and assistance, spring cleaning, the long-term care insurance. We did a free medication review table at Tuesday Talk where we gave away cassettes. Celebrating love in all its forms for Mother's Day. We had a table out in the breezeway. We did spun sunglasses, we had leis, gave out roses, and we had a really nice photo shoot. So thank you ladies for participating in that. We did do a fun card for snacks and drinks for the employees, medication management. We had a flyer for Summer Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. We celebrated men for Father's Day, where we had a table and gave away gift bag giveaways, where it was a men's shirt with some gifts inside. We hired 8 new caregivers, hired our new medication management nurse, Jessica. And we are one of the top performers in revenue, NOI, and margin in the portfolio. And we are ahead by $113K for the year today. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. So I am Betsy Olson, the Director of Resident Services. I'm still getting used to having that roll off the tongue, but so I did start as the Director of Resident Services in May, so I am now starting to get situated and get the routine down, the new rhythm for the position, and I am enjoying it very much so far. So one of the things that I do every month is the monthly wellness calendar, so you guys know which providers are coming in on what day. I've been helping the IL residents navigate and prepare for their return from the health center. I'm meeting with new residents when they move in to complete an orientation, and I'm starting the group format next month. Hosting the weekly collaborative care meetings to review residents' concerns and transitions. Been working on having some additional providers come into the community and see residents. I can present to the new employees during their orientation on residents' rights. I now participate in the Regency Oaks Health and Safety Committee, except yesterday, sorry. Partnering with NETI in the AL to assess and determine IL residents' needs to transition to assisted living. And then we're having our transition of care, and it is planned at the end of this month. I believe it's August 24th. And then later today, I do have Empath Hospice will be here to present on palliative and hospice care. So I'm hoping everybody will be able to attend that. So I do have a lot of good things coming in the pipeline. I've just been trying to kind of get settled and the new routine established, but thank you for everybody that's reached out and helped me in my transition.
Someone speaking for Ginger?
Testing.
Hello everybody, my name is Samantha and I am today speaking on behalf of the Activities and Programs Department. For May, we enjoyed multiple trips, including the Krabbyville Beachside Pavilion, Clearwater Beach, Holocaust Museum, Airport Tour, and Francis Wilson. We welcomed back Miss Catherine Lan, classical pianist. We repeated our Derby Day We did our Derby Day for another year. This only proves that traditions never die. We hosted our clothing swap, which was very successful, and thank you to all volunteers who helped on that. Thank you all. We hosted the annual Flaggrass Zoom meeting. The nurses group scheduled 2 wellness talks, one conducted by our very own Dr. Rindy, and one by Dr. Khalil on cardiology. For June, we had our teachers meeting, and we had a speaker talking on AI in schools, and that happened to be Ginger Stoddard. We hosted our nurses group with Dr. Schmidt to a full house and spoke on abdominal medicine. Our ARA players entertained us with classical TV shows, and we assisted with the Happy 80th Birthday Dinner, which was a great event. And in July, we had several events for the 250th anniversary of the U.S., Walker decoration along IHS, parade, musical celebration with Jonathan Pinelli. We hosted our Ice Cream Social in the Breezeway. We visited Tampa Bay History Center, Casino, Aldi, and Clear Sky Restaurant. We also hosted our book swap, which was very successful, and thank you all for participating and the ladies that minted it. And all the donations were received to the Sheriff Youth Branch. And also, I would like to thank everybody for your contributions for the school supplies. We were able to collect over $1,300 for McMahon Elementary School, so thank you all. And that's all I have for quarter 2. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Ricky, Dustin, Chef Todd. I didn't put this one on there, but a fun fact, for the monthly, we go through 3,600 eggs. Just so you know. So, chickens are working. Really important, please stop the rumors of the removal or the destruction of the North Salad Bar. Dustin and I will be side by side with the blue team, making sure that it's not going to get ruined. We will do our best. Thank you. No more rumors, please. On the 30th of this month, we will have our brunch. We'll continue to do the brunch in the South. Dinner in the South, that is service, it won't be a buffet, and then dinner in the North. It's the first time this has ever been done here in the 30 some odd years, so hopefully you enjoy that. Finished the great cycle of the Chef's Table, thank you, Todd. The last one is on the 26th of this month. The new pub menu is well received. Everyone seems to love Todd's crab cakes. He makes those pretty much every day.
And the duck legs.
What's that? Oh, you like the duck legs? No? Alright, we can discuss that at menu chat. Sorry. We have our wine club today. The beer club is next Tuesday. We have the pasta night on the 26th. We'll continue to do the North and the South birthday dinners. And events might be moved around while the North and the South dining room are getting renovated. So we will do our best to accommodate everybody. Thank you for all the support.
All right, I want to make sure that I can review Kyle Bolden's updates as well from the healthcare, and then at that time, we can take any questions that you have. So Kyle is our Associate Executive Director. He oversees the skilled nursing and assisted living, if you do not know him. His updates, assisted living remained essentially fully occupied, averaging 98.79% occupancy against the budgeted occupancy of 98.81. The community had 2 admissions and 3 discharges during the quarter. This is assisted living. Skilled nursing averaged a daily census of 57.35 residents, approximately 95% occupied, exceeding budgeted census of 55. During the quarter, the skilled nursing census recorded 87 admissions and 83 discharges, reflecting continued strong referral activity. They participated in the quarterly Baycare Preferred Provider meeting, where Regency Oaks continues to demonstrate strong performance in key quality metrics, including hospital readmission rates and length of stay. Those are very important metrics for hospitals and a lot of our providers, so those are always something that we continue to focus on. We hosted family night in July, and one additional family night is planned for October in celebration of our anniversary. So more to come on that from that setting. The health center continues to maintain a 5-star CMS quality measure rating and a 5-star staffing. So this is 5-star quality measure and 5-star staffing, reflecting the team's continued commitment to quality resident care. We attended the Florida Healthcare Association annual conference to stay current on regulatory updates, best practices, and industry initiatives. Continued serving as the lead administrator for the LCS Professional Development Program, that's short PDP, supporting the development of future administrators across our organization, and attended the LCS Senior Living Management Conference in Des Moines with myself, focusing on the community's high-level imperatives for 2026 and beyond. So those were Kyle's updates for his Q2. As mentioned, he is having a survey today, so he could not be present. So at this time, we can go ahead and take any questions you have for the team.
Thank you. I have a couple of questions. And the first one's for Dawn. I'm just curious, are we self-funded for workers' comp?
We are partially self-funded for workers' comp.
We are partially self-funded for workers' comp. That continues to be, I know we've discussed it quite a few times in Tuesday Talk, that continues to be a major focus of ours at Regency. It's actually one of the reasons we've got a couple employees out in environmental services. Safety continues to be a major factor. And they're not necessarily issues in the community. It's a lot of mindfulness, slowing down, paying attention to what we're doing, proper lifting, embodied mechanics. So we continue to in-service and educate on that.
Okay, great. The next question is for Darwin, and I would like to have you, if you can, explain to us the new mold management protocol.
First, it's not mold, it's mildew. Everybody calls it because it's kind of dark, but it's mildew. Usually we're in Florida, it's a lot of humidity. Here, in Florida, it's hot outside, it's 98 degrees to keep the air conditioner, so that creates a lot of humidity. And that creates, it's not mold, it's mildew. And we got new chemical that is meant to just wipe it down. We usually did with chlorine before. That doesn't tip, but this chemical is meant for that. So that's what we're using now. And that was recommended from the remediation company.
Would it help at all if people kept their furnace fans on to decrease humidity?
It will help if people keep, a lot of people have vinyl lanais and they keep the doors open and that heat goes inside the apartment and it keeps the air conditioner beating. And when you have it instead of the fan on hour, you have it on, that means it's running 24/7. That's why they go down so many times. And just try to keep the apartment a nice temperature. 75 is fine for 78, 90 is not good for the apartment.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is another question for Darwin.
Here we go.
I've noticed that the pet station out by North Pavilion has disappeared.
Yeah, it was in really bad condition, so we took it down. The other one should be arriving tomorrow. We put it back up.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
I think so important to us is our dining. We're really interested in going every day to eat. And I just want to
And we
say,
are too, I think that's important.
I just want to say, Saturday night, the spaghetti and meatballs were excellent. We all enjoyed that so much.
Great job, meatball maker.
Good morning, my name is Maureen Skipper. My husband and I have the pleasure of being residents here at Regency Oaks for the past year. And recently I developed a bit of a balance issue. And I wanted to have a grab bar, but you could put a bag there too, I guess. Grab bar installed next to the commode in our bathroom. So I touched base with maintenance to see how we might be able to accomplish that, and was flummoxed, if not appalled, to hear that it would cost me $247.50 to have the grab bar installed. Regency Oaks frequently speaks to the importance of resident safety. We have a balanced class that we can take. We have our own rehab department. Betsy does a great job with falls prevention. We have a safety committee. We also have a fitness center with Barbara, who's outstanding. So I would respectfully ask why grab bars are not installed routinely in bathrooms, and ask that the leadership review what I consider extravagant price point to have one installed. Thank you very much.
Usually we don't install in-house for liability. We have done in the past that we don't do it the right way. When the residents pull on it, it comes off the wall. So we just charge whatever the contractor is charging us. So that's why we don't do it in-house, we just for liability purposes.
Darwin, when we moved here, Lucy told us very clearly that we don't need to have tools anymore, that's what our maintenance department is going to be here for. I did go to Amazon and got a grab bar, and it cost me $8.47. And we had a friend install it. So I don't know if there's anything at all that we can do, but please review it again. Thank you.
We will, well, it does the same thing, just for liability purposes, that's why we don't do it in-house.
It is contracted out and that price is given by the contractor. We can't dictate their pricing, but we can most certainly review that. Thank you for letting us know.
You know, we also used our son to put up our grab bar in the bathroom, and it was very helpful. If you have people that know how to do it, you shouldn't be so concerned about the liability. If you've got people that know how to do it and how to anchor them, I don't think we should be that worried.
Hi Ricky, Todd and Dustin. I really enjoy those duck drumettes in the pub. And I wonder if you could for a period put on the ribeye steak. Thank you.
We can do it.
Any other questions for the team?
My name is Tom.
Hi.
A lot of people who move here are not fortunate enough to get these beautiful views out their windows. And we're on the first floor, and we look at 3 cars right in front of us. We know we couldn't afford it, so we got what we got. Well, my question is, can we get some like this beautiful plants planted in front of the windows? Is that something we have to pay for ourselves, or is that something that, I don't know who would do it?
So the answer is typically yes. If you want anything beyond our standard landscaping, that would be something we would need to discuss with plant ops and coordinate with our landscaping company.
So we have to pay for it?
Yes, sir. Typically, yes.
I'll put up a black sheet.
There you go. We've got one more question. Hi, Ms. Louise.
Yes, I guess first, for for those of us who either have no vision or low vision, it's difficult to find out who the doctors are, except by word of mouth, as far as doctors that are coming to Regency Oaks for whatever reason. And it would be really great if it could be presented in the newsletters or whatever, so that we can read it. I guess the second question that I have is activities. I've really appreciated the activities that we participated in, especially the museum trips. However, they're really, for those of us who are wanting to participate in something on a Sunday afternoon, I mean, there are festivals, there are other activities that are either free or very minimal price in the Pinellas area. So I would like for that to be considered by Jennifer, if she's the correct person to consider for that. Thank you.
So thank you, Ms. Louise. The events, most certainly, we can coordinate with Sam and Ginger. They are the ones that manage our events calendar. And then they would, of course, need to work with transportation on that for those weekends. There are various things that they do. So that would just be something we would coordinate with them. And then we can have Betsy connect with you in particular on exactly what else you're needing and anybody else that pertains to in regards to the physicians and the services. So I know Betsy's here and she'll reach out to help. Any other questions? I know we have a resident announcement as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been here for 8 months, but I've heard a lot of people in the restaurants talking about the fact that the quality of the food is not what it used to be. And in addition to that, there have been recently many times where whatever was on the menu wasn't available, that they had run out. And one day, when my wife couldn't get a bowl of soup because they ran out of bowls, I wonder if anybody would like to address that.
Stan, I will have Todd will reach out to you. When we're finished up, we'll get you a grab your phone number in your room number, and Todd will reach out to you.
Thank you.
Any other, where was she at? Miss Ann, I believe. Where did she go? She had an announcement.
I think we got one more question. Or comment.
Where's she at, Betsy?
This is not a question. This is an observation by someone who has been here 17 years. Somebody moves in, they said, oh my God, the food is wonderful here. Give them a year or two and they say, you know, the food just not the same. I am sorry, I have heard that every single year that I have been here. So if you eat at McDonald's every day, after a while, you get tired of the food.
Amen.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Ann.
Have you signed the petition?
Yes.
The City of Clearwater recently gave away a downtown street. Our city charter gives the people the power to challenge this by launching a new petition. We call this a voter veto. Your vote counts. See me or Marie right over here after the meeting. We have petitions to sign. Thank you.
All right, well, this concludes our Q2 forum update. Thank you all so much. Oh, Miss Judy?